Ask yourself this: was Killing Floor 3 beta good, bad, or just okay? There's been a lot of discourse around the game now. I'm mostly talking about the titles and thumbnails I've seen on YouTube. I didn't want to watch any of those videos because I didn't want them to influence my opinion before making this one. But from what I've gathered, the general consensus seems to be that the beta, and by extension the full game, doesn't look too promising. So I wanted to share my opinion on the beta. Of course, this isn't the final version of the game, but with the release so close, I wouldn't expect any major changes. I played through the core gameplay, so let's hop right in. Killing Floor 3 is a sequel to Killing Floor 2, and honestly, Killing Floor 2 still holds up really well. Even now, I can hop in with my buddies and have a great time. My real issue is that Killing Floor 3 doesn't quite capture the same magic. It's not just that it looks a little different, it's the fact that Killing Floor 2 set such a high bar for Tripwire. I don't think Killing Floor 3 lives up to the hype. It's a decent game, maybe even good if we stretch it, but considering this is coming from Tripwire, it feels underwhelming. The UI, for example, looks a lot like a mobile game, which isn't a deal breaker, but is not exactly appealing. The class system is another change I have mixed feelings about. It removes some of the customization I enjoyed for Killing Floor 2, where you could pick a character first and then choose a class. Now your class determines your character, which feels limiting. That said, the new abilities do help Killing Floor 3 stand out. I like the medic's ability that encourages holding down an area, and the marksman's ricocheting rocket was pretty cool. But, and this is a big but, from the three classes I played, Pyro, Medic, and Marksman, none of the abilities felt exciting enough for me to think, oh man, I can't wait to pop this ability again. Instead, it felt more like, hey, I'm low on HP, let me use this to save my life. I like to see these abilities more, and hopefully be more impactful in the future. Another issue I had is, which could be just due to the beta, was the limited weapon selection. Sure, like in Killing Floor 2, any class can use any weapon, but each class only had about 4 dedicated weapons, and honestly, the energy weapons to me didn't feel satisfying, as like the ARs, SMGs from Killing Floor 2. The gunplay itself was fine, but most weapons have 0 recoil, which made them feel a bit weightless. The sound design was okay, but nothing special. I didn't find any weapons I loved using, unlike in Killing Floor 2, where I had clear favorites like the SWAT weapons or the commando weapons. I mostly just found weapons I didn't mind using. Now to balance things out, let's talk about what's good. The new Z bar at the top of the screen is pretty cool, as it helps indicate when the slowdown event, Z time, will happen. It is a nice quality of life change. It helps you prepare instead of getting caught off guard. I also like the added weapon customization. You could add different from the barrels, the sights, and the magazine size, which adds some variety, plus the ability to add elemental effects to your weapons. Another great addition is the budget system. Before a mission, you could choose a weapon based on your budget, rather than relying entirely on mid-game weapon purchases. Outside of missions, there's actually stuff to do. In Killing Floor 2, you mostly just open vaults for skins and occasionally hit the prestige button. Here, you can customize weapons, which gives you more progression to work towards. Some enemy changes are also nice. For example, sirens now raise their head when using their ability to make it easier to spot them in crowds. It was a huge improvement for me, at least from Killing Floor 2. Also, Skrakes now have the ability to grapple people, which I don't remember them having it in Killing Floor 2, but correct me if I'm wrong. Now for things I didn't like. The hub feels empty and boring, especially if you have no friends. You're mostly just walking around from point A to point B just to get customization and attachments done, and that's about it. There feels like there's no real reason to it, besides just a hub area to move around with your friends. I do like that there are crafting materials to collect. It adds another layer of progression, but the hub itself could use some more life to it as well. As for the boss design, I thought the fight itself was fun, but Chimera's graphics don't look too good. Hopefully it gets more polished in the future. So to wrap this up, I do enjoy Killing Floor 3. I can see myself buying it at launch. I can't really call it a full-fledged sequel. It feels more like an overhaul of Killing Floor 2 rather than a true evolution. In fact, if you showed someone gameplay of both games and you hit the names, I feel like they would say Killing Floor 2 looks more like Killing Floor 3 than Killing Floor 3 does. Based on the beta, I'd give the game a 6 out of 10. It's not bad, but it does feel a little underwhelming. Or maybe it's my expectations were just too high. But that's just my take. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Make sure to like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one, whenever that is.